Hey friends, out here in the shop. We just got off of a nice little muskrat check. I've got to get some lures mixed up, got to do a little skinning, grind some glands, other business to tend to, fellas. But I just kind of realized that I'd never given you guys a proper introduction to who I am and what you can expect out of this channel. So that's what we're going to do today. Alrighty guys, I'm going to try to keep this video nice and short and simple for you. I don't want to bore you to death, but my apologies for not putting a video like this out sooner. This is an introduction of who I am, kind of a little bit about me, my background, why I'm creating this channel, and what you can expect to see in the future, guys. So first off, my name is Zane Jarmello. I'm a multi-generational trapper. I'm born and raised here in western Nebraska. Born into a pretty ag-heavy family. Since then, now that for the last 7 years or so, I have owned and operated a painting business here in Scottsbluff, Nebraska. So that's what I do 8-9 months out of the year. I go heavy all summer, knocking out exteriors. Do a little bit of interior work as well in the wintertime, but wintertime is my time to play. I trap, I hunt. Pretty heavily, guys. Big into waterfowl hunting, deer, coyotes, antelope, turkeys, upland birds, you name it. Do a little bit of fishing as well, but as you've seen from the videos, I try to trap as much as I can also. It's a big part of my life. You know, procuring food my way by myself is very important to me. So that kind of gets into some of the reasons why I've created this channel. First and foremost, I've created this channel for education purposes. And hopefully I'm able to entertain you guys as well through that. But I believe that our way of life is under attack. Not just trapping, and first and foremost, is constantly under attack, but hunting and gun ownership in general. We're getting attacked from every direction. And I believe that we, as in you and I, are the last of a dying breed, and I don't want to see us fizzle out. We do something that's extremely important, but our knowledge is being lost, and it's not being passed down to the next generation. And that's what I want to try to combat a little bit with this channel. So I want to educate others, get newbies into trapping. There's plenty of room for us all. And even the season, guys, I want to bounce ideas off you guys. I want to share my methods with you, and in turn, I want to receive knowledge from you as well. So knowledge transfer is the #1 reason for this channel. Another reason is that both of my grandpas, on my dad's side and my mother's side, were big trappers. My grandpa on my mother's side was a very respectable coyote man, one of the best snare men probably around. And my other grandpa was a very accomplished water trapper. So I've been able to learn quite a bit from those guys. Neither one of them really get out and trap anymore. And in some ways, they're living vicariously through me by getting to see my adventures on the trap line. You know, it's something that they look forward to. So that's another reason, being able to show those guys who aren't doing it anymore, allowing them to tag along with me on the trap line for a while. That's a big motivation as well. And thirdly is hopefully a little bit of entertainment. You know, if you don't get anything out of it knowledge-wise, hopefully I entertain you. And last, and certainly the least reason for me doing this channel, is I'm selling a product. I have baits and lures for sale, but I don't want to be that guy who just shoves them down your throat and is just marketing constantly. That's not what I want to do. That's not who I am. I want to use this channel to build some street cred, to show you my methods, what I use to catch. And in turn, if you want to buy some lures from me, that's great. But I'm not out here to try and get rich off of selling bait and lure, okay? And I don't want to bullshit you guys about that. I'm here to share my methods, to build a little bit of a community, and to preserve our way of life and our knowledge so it doesn't get lost. With that said, what you can expect from me in this channel moving forward. The way I would kind of like to structure this, guys, is Mondays have been when I've been putting out my semi-live trapline vlog videos. Those will continue to be put out on Mondays as long as I'm trapping. I've got probably a 4-part series coming up of coyote bobcat trapping. Then I'll have probably at least a 4-part series of on the waterline, beaver and muskrats. So that'll get us, another 8 weeks or so worth of trapping content. But Fridays, what I would like to do is put out topic videos, whether those be how-tos, instructionals, that kind of thing, or just covering a topic in general. But Fridays are going to be, on that side of things. The Mondays are going to be the actual trapline footage. And I missed this past week, which kind of sucks. The fiance and I were down in Mexico, and as you've seen on the news, it was a little hot and heavy down there. And we don't go to resort Mexico, we go to real Mexico. We go to extreme rural, real deal Mexico. So we made it back safe though, and we're good to go now. It's actually on the muskrat line today, so that's gonna be a cool video coming up as well, guys. But so that's a little bit about me. So having those two guys as my grandpas, I grew up on the trap line. I've been tagging along on a trap line since I was before I could walk, and it's something I've always been passionate about. Hunting in general, procuring my own food is very important to me, and I can still remember. This kind of goes into my passion for making products, attractants, bait and lures. I still remember the first time my grandpa cracked open a bottle of cat gland and put it under my nose, and I was just, I couldn't have been 4 or 5 years old. And smelling that just unlocked a curiosity in me of like, why do we use these at sets? What attracts animals to sets? So in many ways, I'm more passionate about that, about creating odors and attractants more than I am about actually trapping. But it's hard to say that because I absolutely love trapping as well. But the whole bait and lure side is just absolutely fascinating to me. So yeah, I've been able to tag along with those guys since I was a real little kid and learn a lot from them. But everybody has their own methods and everybody has their own ways. So hopefully we can share that with each other here. And I know I'm 32 years old, almost going to be 33 this summer. I know that can rub some of the old timers the wrong way sometimes, taking info from younger guys, which that's fine. If you feel that way, show yourself out the door. I'm not going to try and keep you here, okay? I don't want to be cocky here, but I am confident, and I'm not here to say that I'm a master because I don't know. I'm not very good at any of this stuff. But what I am trying to do is build a little bit of street cred with you guys so that you can see, the methods I'm using, what I'm using. And, I don't want to rub you the wrong way though if some young guy coming in here thinking he's hot shit, because that's not the case. I'm here to build a community, to learn from you guys as well is another huge reason for starting this channel. All right, so I've kind of told you the way I want to structure the channel, how I want to put the content out. I'll also be putting out shorts, and those shorts, most of those are going to drive traffic back to a long form video. So if you see one of my shorts on YouTube, you can click the tagged video on the bottom, and that's going to be, it'll take you to one of the longer form videos. I guess now what I need from you. And what I need from you guys is content ideas, criticism. I'm very, very open to criticism, whether it's constructive or not. If you don't like what I'm doing, tell me. If you think I'm doing something wrong, tell me. But I really, really need content ideas, guys, video ideas, something that you're struggling with, something that you've wondered about. If you got a question about something I'm doing, something you've seen in one of my videos. For example, I got a suggestion on doing a video about trapline dogs, which he's going to be the star of that one here coming up soon. I'm going to go out and show you how I utilize him to find places to put traps. I've gotten asked about my snare setup, so that'll be coming in the near future as well. But, just let me know, because I want to be able to put this content out clear through the summer. And as you know, trapping season's going to end here soon, so we're going to have to focus on kind of those instructional how-to videos or topic videos, which I would really like to be able to put those out all the way up until next year. I'll be doing a little bit of kind of behind the scenes stuff with bait and lure making, maybe some skinning or gland extraction, you know, that type of thing. If there's interest there, maybe a little bit on traps, trap prep, scouting for sure. I would really, something I haven't seen is a really well put together in-depth video on scouting, especially when it comes to e-scouting, and then follow that up with boots on the ground. So I think that would go over well. Let me know if you agree or not, but I just want to thank you guys. I've got, you know, pretty good feedback so far. And I really appreciate you watching the video. I really appreciate any feedback I can get, following, sharing, whatever. Take my stuff and share it all you want. I don't mind a bit. Just hearing back from you guys has been really cool so far. So just thank you guys. And once again, I apologize for not getting this style of video out sooner. I know some of you guys know me, but most of you don't. You know, you put something out on the wide web, and you know you're gonna get viewers from all over the globe. So thank you so much, guys. And one other thing that I'd like to share that a lot of guys don't share or don't want to share, and it can rub people the wrong way, I know, but I am 100% a Christian. I'm saved by the blood of Jesus Christ, and I want to reflect a little bit of that in some of my videos as well. You'll hear some vulgarities out of my mouth at times. I'm not a perfect man, but I am saved by God, saved by Jesus, and I wanna let you know that. So if that turns you off as well, see ya. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless.